Hello, campers. My name is Peggy Page. I am going to be your tour guide for this week. Now, have you ever been to a museum or to an art gallery? If you have, I know you've seen paintings of landscapes, sculptures of animals. This is from nature. Nature inspired all of those. Now, this week, we're going to take all the things that I could collect and put it together to make artwork. Now, if you want to do something different with what you have been provided, go ahead. It's your artwork. But I'm just here to give you a guide, a place to stimulate your creativity. Hello, campers. I'm here again, but I'm the artiste today. I am going to show you how to make faux paper. What do you want to think? Well, what is faux paper? Well, faux means that it is an imitation. And what does paper and has to do with nature? Well, nature has its own little secrets. Paper is made from wood, and wood comes from trees. Isn't that right? Now, we're going to make faux paper using different items from nature and some things that are not so natural. But we're going to make it anyway. I hope you enjoy. In your basket, you will have a paper bag that says faux paper and leaf tray. And I want you to take it out of your basket. And then another item you're going to take out is another bag that says art supply. Now, the art supply are things that you're going to need throughout all your projects. But this one is specific to the two projects we're going to be making today. Our first one, as I told you before, is faux paper. You have a sheet of paper. You have in there wax paper. You're going to take the wax paper and put it on top of. And you'll also need this full sheet of napkin. And this is used to seal whatever you put on your paper. Now, here we have pulled out the G tub. The G tub has glue. And then you're going to need your foam brush and some water. Always have water. Whatever project we do, you're going to need water to keep your brushes clean and flexible. Now, to begin, we're going to start off mixing our glue. I'm going to pour a little bit of glue, because we don't need a whole lot. But you have something like this, and you're going to test it. Now, I'm going to pour a little bit of water, and it has to be kind of liquid, real watery, because you don't want it to be too thick. Oh, mine's coming out. Look, see how it drips? That's what you want. You want it to drip real well. I have here my sponge brush, and I'm going to take and just put lots of glue, wipe it completely over. Now, I want to tell you one thing about this this glue mixture. It will dry fast, so you have to work completely, very quickly, and to add your other things. And I said before, the wax paper will keep it from adhering to anything. The first thing I'm going to do is take a very minimal amount of tea. Oh, look at here. Look at that. And I got my tea bags, and I'm going to put them on here. You arrange it any way you want to. You can put as much tea leaves as you want. Now, once you've done that, I'm going to take some string and just lay it on here any kind of way. It doesn't have to be a special way to lay it down. Just make sure that you put as many as you want. You don't have to put a lot. Notice I'm being pretty sparse with mine. Now, I'm going to take my flower petals, and I'm going to break it over here, over there. Don't you think it looks nice? Oh, yes, I love it. Oh, then you just tap it a little bit with your finger to make sure it's laying flat. Now I'm going to take some gauze. Remember I told you about that? It's a thin fabric. See how it's done? Now for the not so natural items, I'm going to clip the little feathers off of this string of yarn and let it flicker down onto my paper. And then I'm going to take little pieces of my other yarn and cut little bitty pieces. Little bitty, bitty, bitty. Okay, now I'm going to take this pretty purple. You know, purple is my favorite color. Notice I have purple flowers. I'm going to put a little here, a little there. And I'm going to try to get some more all the way over to the ends, to the edges. But anyway, it's up to you. I love doing this. This is so neat. Now what I'm going to do is take my napkin. Notice if you can see a little bit that there are some print looking things on top of this. Now I'm going to take it, position it the way I want it, and I'm going to lay it down, pat it down. But guess what? We got something else we got to do. This is not, see there's bubbles here. That means that the glue is not taking. You're going to take a little bit of glue and pounce on that dry, especially the dry areas, to try to get rid of all of those little bubbles. Don't wipe it, because if you wipe it, you'll tear the napkin. And eventually it will lay down. It'll soak through and lay down really flat. Make sure, especially your ends, are sealed. Notice I'm going all over the place. If you're into any kind of art, you can make all sorts of things with this. Cover for a journal. You can make name tags. You can stamp on these and then create more things. Up to you, create if you have things on your mind that you might want to see that this made up. Now this one here, it's going to take a while to dry. Here is my finished product. Now, what you see all this stuff here? And now what you do, once it's dry, I'm cutting the rest away, and there you go. You can fold it, make a little booklet. Here is our natural item, first item. All right, enjoy. Our next activity is called leaf tray. And the leaf tray is made from the air dried clay. And air dried clay is made from paper, glue, and from resin. And you don't have to fire it, you just let it dry. We have to have a rolling pin, which you have in your bag. You have to have graphite paper, sandpaper, palette knife. You need a pencil. This is metallic paint. And you know what? You can use metallic paint on anything that we are going to produce this week. And then we have what we call paint pens. You may or may not use it. It's up to you. And I have a little bitty round bowl that I'm going to use to shape my tray. And here, your little small paintbrush. Now, what you're going to do first is lay out your parchment paper. And you have it in your bag. And you're going to take the bag of clay and you're going to lay it flat. Now I've taken my clay and I'm squashing it flat because we're going to roll it. Now I took my design, which is the smaller of the leaf, but I'm going to take and I'm going to roll it thin. Now you don't want to have it too thin. Notice here how I'm doing it. I'm just kind of get all that thickness kind of down, because you know the thicker it is, the harder it is to cut. You take it and see how easy it is to lift it off? Now, and it's damp too, and it's good and damp. You need to lay it flat, and you're going to take your pencil. Make sure you do not press hard. You want to go lightly, because it's going to make a dent into the clay. So here we go. I'm going slowly. You're going to trace the lines. And if you go off the lines, who cares? You're not going to notice that.
In fact, it's going to be looking pretty good no matter what you do. Okay, you can use this over and over and over again if you like. Or you can come up with your own design. Please feel free to do that. You don't have to follow just what I'm doing. I don't really like using these little small things here, holes here, even though it makes it look like attractive, but because it's hard to really to cut out. Now look at this. Can you see that? So what I'm going to show you is I'm going straight down like so. And you know what? If you mess up, you can always roll it back up and do it again. It's no big deal. Nobody's looking for perfection. In fact, nature isn't a perfectionist. It just has beauty. Okay, now I'm going to stop right here because you got the idea. And I'm going to show you a piece that I have already finished. I had this air dry for, it has to be air dry for about 2 or 3 days. So you're not in a hurry, please. Don't be in a hurry because you can crack it. And I took it and I laid it over here and kind of mashed it down a little bit. And when it dries, sometimes it picks back up. But there's your little tray. And then what I did was select a paint. I'm gonna select this this color. And you just start painting. You're gonna have to put more than one coat. This sandpaper is supposed to be used. If you hadn't cleaned it up while you had it wet, you just take this and lightly, please don't try to push this hard, lightly sand it. Now let me show you a finished product that I did. And it's this one. And I used another color paint, and see how I used this hole and that hole, and I didn't do this one because it was a little bit too little for me to cut open. And I didn't want to use a X-Acto knife, since you're not going to be, most of you won't be using an X-Acto knife, so I wanted you to see how it looks without an X-Acto knife. Okay? That's it for today. Oh, that's you again. Notice I'm painting my little beautiful little person. Well, anyway, I'm not that good at artists, but I tell you what I am good at. It's instructing you how to make your little leaf tray. And you know what you can use this little leaf tray for? Put your greens in it, little keys. The bigger one is good for teas. And then, and I want to tell you something else. Paint the back. I didn't paint the back, but when you paint, let this dry first, then come over like that, paint it, and then let it dry. We also created a paper, a faux paper that we could use to cut out things. In fact, a friend of mine took hers and made a big heart out of it and put it on a card that she made. Now, what not to do? This was my first try. I wasn't paying attention to directions. And look how ill it looked. But there are some good things about this, because you can have, I added paint to my vase. And you can do that too. Now, something I failed to mention at the beginning was this folder. You will see in this folder, we have designs. I put all types of designs in here, all dealing with nature, natural items. And you can use these items, choose from these items to do your activity. Even if you didn't want to do the leaf tray, you could do an orange tray. You could do that. Now, you can also use this, which the more activities we have, I gave you a bunch of them, but you'll be surprised how nice and handy this comes in. All right, and that is it for today. Bye.